Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video where we are going to be revealing my new collection. This collection is called In Bloom, my plants and animals collection. It is a spring, like really vibrant, really like, I don't know, just like warm and special. I don't know, it's just such a special collection to me, and it is actually kind of in two parts. So one part I have 5 really large animal paintings, which are so stunning and unique, and I can't wait to show them to you. And then I have a whole bunch of mini collections, ones that I've been posting on my Instagram, I've been sharing here on YouTube. I have some tutorials of them too, so if you wanted to make them yourself, you totally could. Or at the launch of this video, they'll be available on my website if you wanted to purchase them. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with my minis, and I got like a whole stack here. So I have 13 mini like floral paintings, and then I have 5 large animal paintings. These 4 I've shown you before on my channel, but I also wanted to show them on this video in case you haven't seen that one, and we'll just kind of like talk through all of them. So the first one is an orange lily flower, and these all have tutorials up on YouTube, and these are all panels, so you could easily frame them. And yeah, so I'll just kind of like show them off. They're really cute, tiny, and they'll go in like perfectly in a frame. And they're really cute, like gifts, super affordable, and I just want to make something so small and just really cute for this spring bloom collection. So I'm going to put these to the side. And then these 4, put them up here so you can see them all together, are textured art, and they all were made at the same time. Like I made them with the same like background, actually like taped the backs together, painted the background, and then broke them apart, and then did all of these like cool like textured flowers. So they're all very similar, but you know, unique in their own way, but they all go together. And then same thing with these are all on panels. All the minis are on panels, and then all of the large paintings are on canvas. So yeah, I love them. So I'll just hold them up kind of like one by one so you can kind of see like if they have like sunflowers or daisies or like these cute little like green, almost like eucalyptus looking ones. And yeah, so that is the 4 texture paintings that will be available starting today. All of them will be signed on the back, so just, you know, so you know. And then I have 4 of these. I don't have tutorials up on these. These are just really simple like line art paintings, but they're like really modern, and they're such a good size too. I feel like these are a really nice size to hang up. You can frame these as well. They're all panels, but I really just like love like the unique design of these. I drew these out in pencil first, just kind of like whatever came to my imagination, and this is what I got. So this is like my tulips. They're just like some floral, I don't know, they kind of look like lavender a little bit. And then these are my lemons. So this is actually my favorite one. It kind of stands out because it's not like a flower, but I love this one. And I kind of want to remake this on a yellow background, so it's like lemon yellow. But yeah, so I love all of these. They all come with a little sign and date. So yeah. Okay, and then I have one more that goes with the line art, but this one's a little different. It's blue, and it's actually inspired by a bouquet of white lilies that my boyfriend gave to me, and it was like up against the blue, literally this blue wall, and I had it here, and I was like, oh my god, that's so pretty, the lilies against the blue. So that is why I did blue and white for these lilies. But yeah, so these are all of my paintings. These are the 13 small ones, and so now let's get to the really big canvases. Okay, so I'm going to talk through these one by one. I'm going to hold them up, but then I'm going to just put the picture here because these are big. But the first one, and the smallest one, is, hold it up, this tiger. and it is called Butterfly Kisses, and that is because there is a butterfly on the tiger's nose, and let me tell you, I think this is one of my favorites. So I have like 3 favorites out of the 5, but this is definitely one of them. And so I'll just put up the picture here so you can like see it while we're talking about it, but there are like so many things I want to talk about all of these paintings, so I'm gonna talk fast and like try to get through it all. So yeah, so that one's 20 by 20. All of these are acrylic paintings with many layers. So the way I did all of these was kind of like the same approach, where I painted the background first and I used a combination of acrylics and alcohol inks, and then mixed those together and kind of like did whatever pattern, just like really like expressive, intuitive, and then I went through and I added some texture on top and then painted over that again. So there's so much depth to every single painting. I'm gonna do like close-ups here too, so that you can like really see all of the details that I'm talking about. So yeah, like literally every single painting has so much to it. The other thing I want to show off just really quickly is that the edges are also painted, and the flowers like carry over to the edges, so there's like, it's fully painted all the way around. And then I haven't wired it yet, but all of these will come with a wire so that it is ready to hang. Okay, so yeah, so we talked about like all the layers and like the cute little butterfly on its nose. I love that so much. That is something that I drew with acrylic paint and then acrylic paint markers. So I just kind of like went through and like outlined it with the black and the white, and I was able to get like really precise lines in there. So I'm so happy with how that came out. I was debating it, but I am so happy I put that on the nose. Okay. Yeah, and the other thing about that painting that I love so much, it's a little bit different from the rest, is that there's so much going on. It's like chaos in the best way. It's got so much like color, texture, like patterns, like even like the bottom, how it's like wavy. That was from just like me just like woo, like having fun with like a big 4-inch brush and doing like circles, and then I just ended up loving it so much. And when I put the tiger on there, I didn't even realize that it looked like the tiger was walking on the waves, and I loved it. So decided to keep that part of painting, and it's like one of my favorite parts. So yeah, okay, so moving on to our next painting. This is my monkey painting. It is 18 by 24, and this photo I took many years ago. The tiger photo I took semi recently, but this photo I took a few years ago at a zoo, and I was so excited when I took this photo because I just knew I wanted to paint it, and here we are today. So this one is already wired. Yeah, but so for this painting, there's so many layers and so much texture. I'll do a bunch of like close-ups so you can see it, and there's also paint drips in there, which I feel like add like a lot of dimension. Almost looks like from a distance like the tree trunks. And then there's paint splatter at the bottom, and then like a lot of leaves, and it's like a little bit darker than the rest of the paintings, but it's like very like dramatic almost. But it's called Lost in Thought, and I just loved it. I felt like, I mean, the monkey was eating, but he just looks so like thoughtful, and I don't know, just like really thinking about something. So yeah, and I'll put the reference photo here too, because I just feel like it was just such a good photo. I just had to use it. So yeah, anyway, I hope you love it. That is my monkey painting, and it's like green. I really want to do something green, you know, for like a nature-y kind of collection. So we'll move on to our next painting. So this is my zebra painting, and it is 15 by 30, and it is absolutely stunning. Look at these flowers. Like, they literally look like they're coming off the canvas. It's crazy. I'm so happy with how it turned out. But yeah, there's so much detail and texture to this too, like every single one. And I really love like how the edges turned out too. Like when you're walking past this, you're like, oh my god, because like the stripes and like the contrast of it is just so but this painting is called The Next Chapter, and they all kind of like have a little bit of a cohesive theme. Like all of the titles, I really like to like make sure all my titles kind of blend, but mostly because the entire painting was made while listening to audiobooks, so I just kind of wanted to like tie that in as well. But I love the purple background because even though it's like a plain solid color, which is like a really like a nice contrast to the rest of the collection, and also a nice contrast to the zebra stripes, there's like a wavy textured background, so like there's texture under it, so when you get up close you can like see all of those details. And then with the flowers and the stripes, I really wanted to pull in that like really high contrast, so like there I used my white like outline of my white paint markers to outline the highlights of the flowers, and it pulls in that like the stark contrast, like the white and the black in the zebra, and then the flowers are like really high contrast. They go to like white to like almost black. So yeah, I absolutely love those flowers. I'm so happy with how they came out. Oh my god. So that is my zebra. Let's move on to the giraffe. This is the same size, and I've shown this a little bit on my Instagram too. Just kind of like hold it up, and it has these like so sweet like little birds, and then it has like hazy mountains in the background. So I'm just gonna put the picture up there. Yeah, but it's 15 by 30, and I'll highlight like some of the texture too, and it's got like a really nice sky in the background. It's just like really like, I don't know, dreamy, like hazy. I don't know how to describe it. Almost like surrealist, kind of like surrealism, but it's really, really stunning, and I love it. And all the edges are painted and everything. But yeah, so that was another photo that I took at the zoo, and I love it. Okay. Yeah, so I'll put up some like close-ups of the birds too. Like the details are really, really nice in this painting. Oh, and there's also like gold in the clouds, so that when the light hits it, it's like absolutely stunning. I just have to show you. Let's just like, hopefully you guys can like see some of that. Like, see like the clouds kind of like they glow. It's so pretty. And there's actually a little bit of that gold just like with a dry brush, like just dabbed on like so delicately, but it kind of catches the giraffe too, so it's just so stunning in the light. It's like the perfect sunset photo. It's called Head in the Clouds, and I love it. It's like funky and goofy, but hazy and surrealist and like dramatic, romantic, like all these things, and it's a really special painting. So now we're going to move on to the last one, which is also one of my favorites, and also the biggest painting. So this one is an elephant. It's already been varnished, so it's very glossy. But this one is huge. Just kind of like hold it up for you. You can see all of those beautiful flowers and textures. And this one has gold edges, so the edges don't wrap around. It's gold, but it's like so stunning. It's the same gold that's in the giraffe painting. Yeah, and this painting is so special. So saving it for last, it's one of my favorites. It's so just like dreamy. It's made with alcohol inks and acrylic paints for the background. I've got a ton of texture on it. It's like chaotic texture. And then we have like almost like confetti looking brush strokes, and then there's flowers on top that like make this beautiful shape. And it like really like flows so well. And just it kind of feels like a celebration to me. This painting is called Memories, and that is partly because elephants have wonderful memories, and partly because it just feels like all of like the happiest memories that like I have, like, you know, like just it feels like a celebration, like parties and birthdays and stuff like that. So I feel like that's kind of how this painting makes me feel and how I connect to this painting. So yeah, I hope you love it. There's texture on the bottom that's almost like grainy, like a sand texture, and then it like fades up to just like flat texture. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just like easier if you see it. So I'll do all the close-ups and everything. But yeah, it's so colorful, it's so rich, it's so vibrant. I love it so much. And the details in the trunk, oh my god, I spent a lot of time on this trunk. But there's so much detail in it, and it's just, yeah, it's a really, really special painting. I hope you love this collection. I have absolutely enjoyed making it so much. Animals are something that I was really interested in painting when I first started. I really first started painting in high school, and it was just the best thing for me, and it really like helped me grow and like helped me so much as a person. And so I really am so happy that I get to continue painting like every day, and it makes me so happy. So yeah, I kind of wanted to like bring it back a little bit. I really want to do a spring collection. I want to do a flower collection. I want to do animals, so I kind of blended everything together for this collection. It is so special. This is my second collection that I'm launching. Everything will be available on my website, and I just hope you love it. And as always, let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.